Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Grant here, and we got another miscellaneous video for you today. And well, let's just say that ever since I took that monthly break off last month from making any game-related content, a lot has gone down. But one of the most important factors, and the reason you clicked on this video, was obviously it's basically giving my personal thoughts on the fact that PlayStation was going to end physical media by the beginning of 2028. And so it comes to my surprise the fact that this came up even after the fact that they just wanted to try to kill off. Like, one of the things I've noticed about it is that once again, the moment that the news dropped last month at the beginning of July that PlayStation was ending physical media, the entire internet went ablaze. They went full ham and cheese on Sony for making this decision. And even after a month, the entire the entire gaming landscape, the entire gaming community was up in arms about this, because once again, not only are you killing off what makes make games pretty much games, like you gotta have something that's fit that you can hold in your hands, like you want to go to a retailer. Cause that's the thing, because they're killing physical media, they're pretty much killing the second-hand market. Basically, that involves basically pretty much resale value, meaning that you can basically trade in and basically any other means of pretty much of other ways to basically purchase games that are at a much reasonable price instead of being overpriced nonsense. Like they're basically like paying $100 or $150 for just a simple game. Like, that's the reason why the indie scene is winning. Or even with Steam says they sit by the nothing and wins. Like, that's the whole meme about it, is that Steam does nothing and wins, while every other console is pretty much getting gutted and pretty much getting beaten down by the gamers, telling them that, bro, this is not a good time to be trying to pull stunts like this. Because once again, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. The fact that I do have physical medias, I've been basically buying games and even playing games for just about almost 24 years. That I've been buying them physically, no matter if it's on consoles or handhelds. I've always been buying them physically. But there is at a certain point in time when there are certain games that you like that could not get physical releases, because remember, it actually costs money to actually print out physical discs, most notably in the indie scene. So for example, with City Skylines, it's, as you saw on my overall playlist of doing the city of overall my playlist with the City Skylines, that pretty much City Skylines did have a physical release, basically for PC, PS4, Xbox, and pretty much Nintendo Switch. But by the time the remastered version of City Skylines came out, it did not come with a physical release, because once again, they're trying to cut out the middleman, which is basically retailers or even manufacturing costs to get physical discs. They're trying to cut them out so they can run away with all the money without basically splitting everything. Because to me personally, that felt like a stab in the back, because once again, I have many physical games. And don't get me started on the fact that Black Ops 1 and 2 got ported to pretty much to PS5, because truth be told, I still have my PS3 copies of those games and they still work to this day. So I do not know why I even bother. I still have my consoles that are still functional to this day. It makes no sense. I have my PS3, PS2, PS1, PSP, I have all the consoles. Because this made me want to consider that the PS5 may be my very last console I'm end up buying. Because, well, I didn't buy a PS5. It was gifted to me back in late 2024. That was nearly 1.5 years before this news broke out about ending physical disc. So the fact of the matter is that it made no sense. I have a PS5 with a disc drive. The fact that they would even pull a stunt like this just made my blood boil. To the point that I was not even considering even stop gaming altogether. But the fact is the matter is that we are coming out of an era that pretty much all these, that both Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft wants to cut the middleman out, basically retailers. They want to end out all the small businesses that actually sell physical games. And now they want to say, oh, you want a physical game? We can give you a physical box, but when it comes with a download code, I'm like, no, I want the game disc. Give me the game disc. And it just really grinds my gears that the fact is that this is really happening. The fact they're trying to cut out the middleman, which is retailers that basically sells physical games. It's just baffling to me, man. It's just how I personally feel about this whole situation. Anyway, that's all I have regarding physical media as a whole. Man, if you want to... You know what? That's all I got for it, man. I will see you all in the next one. This is your boy, SCGRANT, out.